The rain fell endlessly on Neo Viridia, a city where the sky was always bruised with storm clouds and the air shimmered with the glow of neon. Each droplet seemed to echo the city's sorrow, washing over empty streets and forgotten dreams. This was a city of neon lights and silent despair, where hope flickered only in the reflections on rain-slicked pavement, and the future felt as distant as the stars hidden behind the clouds. Citizens moved in eerie unison, their footsteps synchronized, eyes vacant and unblinking, drawn toward a single, monolithic building, the Civic Wellness Center, a place whispered about in hushed tones, yet never truly questioned. Its brutalist walls absorbed all hope, standing in stark contrast to the chaotic glow outside. The building loomed like a silent judge, indifferent to the chaos and color that danced restlessly in the city beyond. No one spoke or resisted. Defiance had been erased from their minds. The rain washed over their faces, but nothing could cleanse the emptiness from their eyes. They shuffled forward, a river of humanity flowing into the building's sterile, windowless maw. Each step was automatic, as if their bodies remembered a freedom their minds had long forgotten. The city's hum was a mournful drone beneath the relentless rain, a symphony of lost voices and distant engines, echoing through empty alleyways and deserted plazas. At the center's entrance, steel doors hissed open, swallowing the citizens into a blindingly white corridor. The light inside was harsh, erasing shadows and memories alike. The doors sealed shut, cutting them off from the world, leaving only the sound of rain and the distant pulse of neon behind. Outside, neon shadows writhed, hiding the city's monstrous secret. In the darkness, something watched, waiting for the next procession to disappear. Neo Viridia kept its secrets well as its people marched willingly into the jaws of the beast, their stories swallowed by the rain and the silence that followed. Inside, the Civic Wellness Center revealed its true nature, a factory of despair, hidden behind a facade of hope and healing. The air was thick with a chilling silence, broken only by the distant hum of machinery and the faint, echoing cries of those trapped within. Shadows danced along the walls, hinting at the horrors that lurked just out of sight. Hypnotized citizens were strapped into cold, metallic chairs beneath predatory machines, their eyes glazed and minds subdued. Each person was rendered powerless, unable to resist the sinister process unfolding around them. The room pulsed with a strange, unnatural energy. The operators, brain eaters in human disguise, moved with calculated precision. They fed on memories and dreams, draining the very essence of their victims and leaving behind empty shells. People who had once been vibrant, now reduced to mere husks. Glowing tubes snaked from the captives, siphoning away individuality and hope, collecting it in vast glass containers. These containers formed a grotesque library of stolen lives, each one a testament to the suffering inflicted within these walls. The brain eaters thrived on this harvested energy, growing stronger with every soul they consumed. Their power was used to control the city, enforcing the will of their monstrous leader and spreading fear throughout Neo Viridia. The drained citizens sat motionless, their faces blank, their minds erased and their spirits broken. They were prisoners in their own bodies, robbed of everything that once made them unique. Suddenly, a thunderous crash shattered the chamber, sending debris flying and breaking the suffocating silence. The ground trembled as hope pierced the darkness for the first time in ages. A figure appeared through the swirling smoke, tall and cloaked, radiating an aura of power and unwavering justice. Every eye turned toward him, sensing the arrival of something extraordinary. He was the city's last hope, Mr. Neighborhood 60. The legend had arrived, and with him, the promise of resistance and redemption. The battle for Neo Viridia was about to begin, and the fate of every soul hung in the balance.
The feast is over.
Mr. Neighborhood 60 entered, boots crunching on rubble, his voice cutting through the chaos. He was joined by the NCF warriors, a team forged from rebellion and hope. Blaze, with fire at her fingertips, Terra commanding the city's concrete, Whisper, a phantom in the shadows, and Aura, the empath who wielded hope as a weapon. Their powers were born of will and spirit, not technology. Together they stood as a beacon against the city's darkness. Mr. Neighborhood 60 raised his hand, light flaring from his palm. The brain eaters hissed, abandoning their victims to face the intruders. The NCF warriors took their stances, energies blazing. The battle for the city's soul had begun. The brain eaters shed their disguises, revealing monstrous forms as they attacked.
Now! Terra raised walls of concrete, halting the horde's advance. Blaze became a whirlwind of fire, incinerating enemies with every strike. Whisper melted into shadows, dispatching foes with silent precision. Aura unleashed waves of courage, breaking the Brain Eater's psychic hold on the citizens. Mr. Neighborhood 60 moved through the chaos, his shield of light repelling attackers. He cleared a path toward the chamber's back, where a monstrous throne pulsed with corruption. The NCF warriors fought as one, hope and power intertwining. The final confrontation loomed.
The fate of Neo Viridia hung in the balance. From the throne, the Liar King rose, a grotesque mass of flesh and stolen minds, his presence warping the very air, shadows twisted at his feet, and the weight of his deception pressed down on all who entered the chamber. The room seemed to pulse with a sickly energy, as if the walls themselves recoiled from his power.
Fools, I offer you the comfort of ignorance. Why do you resist the peace I have created? You cling to suffering when I could shield you from the pain of truth.
Your comfort is a lie. Humanity was meant to be free. We were born to seek truth, not to cower in the darkness of your illusions. We choose to face reality, no matter how harsh.
The Liar King unleashed a psychic storm, his mind lashing out in waves of confusion and fear, but Mr. Neighborhood 60 countered with a beam of pure, blinding truth. The air crackled as their powers collided, each force straining for dominance. The energies clashed, shaking the facility to its very foundations. Walls trembled, and the ground split beneath their feet as the battle raged on, echoing through every corridor. With a final surge, truth overwhelmed lies. The Liar King dissolved, his monstrous form unraveling into nothingness, silenced forever by the light he could not withstand. The Brain Eaters crumbled, their machines exploding in sparks and fire, the grip of their control shattering in an instant. Sunlight pierced the ruins, bathing the chamber in warmth unseen for years. The darkness retreated, replaced by golden rays that promised healing and renewal. The citizens awoke, free at last, hope dawning in their eyes. They looked around in wonder, feeling the weight of oppression finally lift from their hearts. The sun was rising on a new day, proof that truth and courage can break any chain, and that even after the longest night, hope will always return with the dawn.